Good morning to all of you. So we are starting with the meditation session today. We finished the breathing meditation last time, which came under the topic of mindfulness on the body. Remember, there were six meditations under the mindfulness of the body, and we finished a breathing meditation. We also finished body posture meditation. And today we are starting with the third one, which will be physical activities. How to use physical activities of the body to develop mindfulness in the mind. In that, the first one, it has a series actually, not one meditation. I will introduce two, but there can be more. As you develop your ability, you can use any physical activity done by the body to develop mindfulness in the mind. Walking is very popular meditation and also very simple meditation, where we will do relaxed and slow walking. And if you develop this ability, then with time, you can apply that for fast walking as well. But during development, during our practice, we will use slow walking. As you know, when you walk with a heavy purpose in the mind, a lot of targets, then your steps are also weighed down with a lot of mental worries, stress, fear, anxiousness, that kind of things. So during this meditation, we let the mind be relieved from all these kinds of heavy thoughts and walk slowly without setting any goals for walking, which means we don't set any goal of arriving at a destination within a specified time. And we just walk, concentrating on each and every step. Because the purpose of the walking during this meditation is just to develop the mindfulness. Today, you will not be able to do a practical session on mindfulness walking. So I will be giving all the guidelines which you can use to do self-practice during the week. But regarding the physical activity mindfulness meditation, I will introduce another one after this, which we can do together online. Okay, we will move on to the steps and the knowledge of how to do the meditation. In the meantime, if questions arise in your mind, do not hesitate to type in the chat or ask by voice how to do it. So this is the way to start. We take the standing posture, then become mindful that the body has taken the standing posture. That will be the start. So initially we concentrate on the standing posture for a short or for a brief moment. Then allow yourself to relax in that posture. Allow the breathing to relax as well. Then we do a quick scan, become aware of the head, neck, shoulders, main body, hands and legs very quickly, not like the body posture, body scan meditation, but more quick awareness throughout the body. But finally, towards the end of that, we take our attention to the feet. Take the awareness to the selected area of mindfulness. What is the selected area of mindfulness for this meditation? That is around the feet. It need not be bottom of the foot, but it will be feet in general. Right? So that is the area where our attention will be kept. Remember, during breathing meditation, what was the area? We selected this area in the nose and the mouth area for maintaining our awareness. Same way, this time the area is shifted from here to the feet. So area to be mindful about throughout the meditation is the area of the feet. So allow the mind to feel the feet, the sensations coming from the bottom of the feet. You can allow the mind to feel that. And also you will feel the weight of the body when you do that. Usually we don't feel the weight of the body while walking. But when you become mindfulness in that area of the feet, the weight also will be felt. So that is an indication of awareness on the feet. Now we start the walking. You can use the right leg to start with. And maintain the awareness only on the moving foot. One foot will be the pivot, other one will be the moving. So the moving foot is the one you will focus upon. Let's say when the right foot is moving, the left foot will be used as the pivot. So the foot of the right foot, maybe the bottom of the foot, you can start feeling. But initially awareness of which foot is moving will be enough. Awareness of which foot is moving will be enough. So when the right foot is going forward, you just become aware, okay, my right foot is moving. Then when the left foot starts moving, you become aware it is the left foot moving now. So only that level of awareness will be enough at the start. Okay? One at a time. Remember in the breathing also, breathing up, breathing down, we focused one at a time. Same way here, moving foot, we will become aware one at a time, and we'll maintain the focus only on the moving foot. That way, you can keep walking. It will take a few steps for the mind to fully capture each and every step, which means that while the foot is moving, some other thoughts may cross your mind initially. But as you continue with the steps, within a minute or two, you will notice that other thoughts will fade away, and the awareness thought, the mindful thought of the foot movement will take over, will capture your mind, and you will have to do this procedure until that happens before you change to the next step. So hope that step is clear. Okay, if there are questions, directly ask, right? So at the start, only left-right awareness is enough. My left foot is moving now, my right foot is moving now, again left foot is moving. So as it happens, you maintain that awareness. It will take a few steps like that to reach this level. Then we increase upon that. So by that time, you will be clearly observing a rising of the step and passing away of that step. So when the right foot is moving, you will know that it started, that is arising. Then at the end, you will know it is over now. That is called passing away. So rising and the passing away of every step will be clearly known to the mind by that time. Then we need to add a contemplation part to this, which means extra thought on top of mindfulness. To do that, let the awareness increase by close examination of arising and passing away of each stride. Close examination means you focus upon how does it arise, how does it pass away. Right? That kind of examination has to be done by the mind. What causes a stride to arise and what causes it to pass away. So if you think what is the closest, nearest cause for the foot to start moving, the nearest one is that you need physical energy. Right? So physical energy must be there in the form of food in your body. Right? The food has been digested and the energy is available for the food to start moving. So physical energy is a cause. Then mentally, the decision to move that foot, right? A subtle decision, but this time when you become mindful, you will be aware that a decision has been taken by the mind to lift that foot. And that is a physical volition in the mind. Physical volition happens in the mind to give the command to the foot to lift. That is another cause. That volition is coupled with mental factors such as two mental factors I gave you last time. Remember, there is ignorance mental factor, and there is craving mental factor. Those are very subtle mental factors in our mind which drive these decisions. Decisions means physical volitions to move the foot. So we have ignorance means we do not know, or we are not aware that these physical movements are kind of a suffering. Since we are unaware of that, that's called ignorance. Craving means we have the craving in the mind to do this kind of physical activity. So ignorance means your unawareness of the fact that each physical movement is also a kind of suffering. Of course, we don't consider normally that as a suffering, but it is work, right? Some work to do. Therefore, it is a suffering. Plus, we also have a craving in the mind to do physical activities, to use the body. So these two mental factors, ignorance and craving, is driving, it is coupled to drive the physical volition in the mind. And that physical volition will be supported by physical energy to move the foot. So the causes, therefore, are dependent. Effect is dependent on the causes, like this. physical energy, volitions, and these two mental factors. Hidden mental factors. These four main mental factors, main factors will be driving the movement. So if we are aware that these causes are present for the right foot to move, and also these causes are again present for the left foot to move. So if that awareness is there when you are moving the right foot or left foot, then it is closely being monitored now. Very close awareness, which is what I mentioned here. Close examination of arising and passing away means you are aware of the reasons for the foot movement to arise, and also you are aware of the reasons or absence of the reasons by the end of the foot movement. So when that foot has ended its movement or finished its movement, you know that these causes are over. They are not forceful anymore. A different set of causes take over for the next foot to move forward. So that is how each foot movement finishes or passes away. This idea is called dependent co-arising of factors or causes. So as the meditation progress, you will feel more and more about the presence of these causes. Okay. I think some of you asked about the Sinhala word as well. So ignorance, as I mentioned earlier, is known as avijja, actually Pali word. Craving is tanha. Volitions means chetana, means decisions taken by the mind. Last time I mentioned there are three types of them. What are the three types if you remember? One is physical volitions. The other one is verbal volitions. Third one is mental volitions. All three are volitions. In this particular meditation, we are focusing on physical volitions. Decisions taken by the mind about the physical movements of the body. And then the food or physical energy. In Pali or Sinhala, it's called ahara. Don't see any questions so far, so I will continue. Then lifting and placing will be enough as the second step. Now, first step is what I mentioned already. After that, you heighten the awareness. This means now by this time you have walked certain steps, certain number of steps, maybe 20, 50 steps. After that, you heighten the awareness by identifying sub-activities in each step. For example, the right foot moving forward is divided into two sub-activities, lifting activity and placing activity. Then because now the awareness is more, you can even focus on smaller sub-actions of the main activity. Then we keep walking until the mind captures each sub-activity fully, which means lifting activity and placing activity. After that, the mind is ready to heighten the awareness further, which is for identifying further sub-activities like this. Before that, lifting happens due to causes. This placing also happens due to causes. So with certain practice, you will be able to identify the causes for the foot to lift and causes for the foot to place down. After that, we move to the next step of the meditation where the activity is divided to 3 sub-activities. So mindfulness on lifting, mindfulness of moving, mindfulness of placing. So each stride is divided into 3 sub-activities and mindfulness is maintained on each sub-activity. Lifting the foot, moving the foot, placing the foot. Then awareness on the other foot, lifting it, moving it, and placing it. Then change the awareness to the other foot, lifting it, moving it, and placing it. Likewise, this is called three-step mindful meditation on every stride. Okay, so when you start practicing, you can do only 2-step or 3-step level until some time. Maybe once you can practice for a week or two like that. Then the mind will be ready to monitor even the further sub-activities such as uh, lifting is further divided to heel up. The heel is this area, heel up, and then lifting, then moving, then placing. 4-step mindfulness. Then 5-step mindfulness after some practice, heel up, lifting, moving, lowering, placing. 5-step mindfulness of every stride. Then 7-step mindfulness, which is the last one, heel up, lifting, moving, lowering, touching, and placing. Placing means heel down fully. Now, when you become more and more aware, as your ability develops, you will notice that these sub-activities are continuously monitored. So there will be a time that your mind knows each and every sub-activity within the main activity. And also your mind by that time will know that each sub-activity is also happening due to a decision or physical volition in the mind. So those are physical volitions in the sub-activity level. So this is how the awareness will continue to develop during the walking meditation. Initially left-right movement only. After that, 2 sub-activities. After that, 3 sub-activities. 4 sub-activities, 5, and finally 7. By the time you develop monitoring up to these 7 sub-activities, which will take time, of course, maybe a month or 2, then your mind is ready monitoring the foot movement continuously with full awareness of the causes taking place at that time. General guidelines are try to capture the present moment physical activity all the time. Try to be neutral and unbiased, not liking or disliking the foot movement. Then observe the movement arising and passing away. This could be activity arising and passing away or sub-activity arising and passing away as well. Then with time, you will be able to focus on your walking, others walking, and yours and others walking simultaneously. This is to develop the wisdom that walking is a universal activity. It's not only you doing it at a given time. So many other living beings are also carrying out that activity at the same moment. Therefore, it's something not limited to you or something not personal, and it is a universal physical activity. Okay, that's all about the walking meditation. Any questions about what I summarized as walking? You can use this recording later when you are doing the meditation to practice it. But any questions in your mind, I can answer. Okay, maybe questions might come when you practice. In that case, you can write it down, write the questions down in the forum. I will answer, right? Okay, then walking is only one physical activity. As the diagram shows here, that you can use this concept on any physical activity. Even any physical exercise you can do with mindfulness. One question is there. Let me read it for everyone. Sir, are we looking down when meditating? Close eyes or look forward? A very important question, something I missed. Thank you for asking that. We will not look down on the feet actually. To start with, you can half close the eyes, but look at close distance. You don't look at very far, and you don't also look at your feet, some in-between point, which is more convenient for your head to keep straight, because while walking, we need to keep the head straight. We should not keep the head down looking at the feet, keep the head straight, but focus the eyes on a close distance, not on the feet or not on the infinity, but convenient close distance. Well, very important question. Thank you for asking that. And of course, do not close the eyes, okay? Just focus close distance. Okay. Any other physical activity, physical exercises also you can do with the same mindfulness concept. Let us do one of them, right? One of them, a very simple one. Well, turning the head like this, you can practice as a meditation. Or lifting the hand like this, you can practice as a meditation. So any little physical activity is coupled with the physical volition in the mind. Therefore, we can use that to develop mindfulness. Okay. So screen is still in slide 32. I can't see any diagram. Is that so? Is the screen not advancing? Oh, something wrong. Let me stop sharing and restart the PowerPoint. Well, in that case, you might have missed all the slides. I'm sorry about that. Let me stop sharing it. Give me a minute. So some issue with the PowerPoint, I think. Okay, is it advancing now? Can I get a feedback? Is it advancing? Can you see a figure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So something wrong with the PowerPoint. I'm extremely sorry about that. I thought, well, my screen was advancing. I thought yours are also advancing. Let me show the figures very quickly again. This is what I explained. Start the walking activity. And first left movement, right movement monitoring is enough. And observe arising and passing away of every step with the knowledge of causes. These were the causes I put on the screen. Ignorance, craving are the mental factors. Physical volition is also a mental factor to do a physical activity, decision to do a physical activity, and then physical energy. Then breaking the stride into two steps, 2 sub-activities, and become mindful of each one, each sub-activity. And then each sub-activity causes, for that you need to monitor in the mind. Of course, the causes are the same because the decision for each sub-activity is also being taken by the mind. Then decomposing a stride into 3 sub-activities and monitoring each sub-activity. Then decomposing it to 4 sub-activities and monitoring each with the full knowledge of the causes. Then decomposing to 5 and monitoring each of the 5 sub-activities with full knowledge of the causes of every sub-activity. And finally, dividing it to 7 sub-activities. And after 7, with proper practice, maybe over a few months, you can come to a level where the mind is continuously monitoring each small step of the foot movement of every stride. So that will take time. You may be able to practice maybe up to this third one, 3-step level. So these were the figures that you missed. I'm sorry about that. So just have a look now. 2-step, 3-step, 4-step likewise. 5 and the 7. Guidelines which I read earlier were like this. Until this last one is developing the wisdom that this physical movement you are carrying out now, you are not alone. There are so many others, other living beings doing similar physical movement, physical activity at this moment. Therefore, it's a universal thing. And the causes which were present in your mind to do the movement and the causes which are present in others' minds are similar. Okay, this is to indicate that any physical movement could be used by you as a mindfulness meditation. Okay. For example, turning the head, right? Where you start by looking forward and then generate awareness of that heading and then turn the head slowly, maintaining the mindfulness. Turn it left, maintain the mindfulness that your head is being turned now. At the end, start turning the head to the right with full awareness of that the head is being turned to the right. So right, left head movements will be monitored by the mind alternatively. After that, arising of the movement and finishing of the movement with full awareness of the causes. Because to turn the head from left to right, again, a mental decision is there and decision is being carried out. And that decision is associated with the ignorance and craving on this movement. So same guidelines as earlier. Let's do it and then it will be more clear. So we will do a little guided meditation of 10 minutes on this head movement together, for which I have given another link. Well, while we do the meditation, these things I will highlight. Shall we finish this session and log on to that 10-minute session for the guided meditation? Because later on when I'm uploading the slides, uploading the video, I can remove that where your videos are there. I will not be uploading that. I will upload only the lecture. That's why I'm separating the physical guided session from the main session. Okay, we will stop this. Can you log on to the short session as the next one?